Sorry to mock you guys. No, I'm kidding. Welcome back. Hello, hello. I don't remember what I do for intros, outros, whatever. Um, I just wanted to make a video because I feel like talking and I'm just in the mood to talk, and so I just want to talk. And so that's what we're gonna do. I'm not as sleep deprived because currently I'm on summer vacation, whatever that means. I mean, I'm just gonna try to chillax and just try to get myself back to like ground zero because right now I feel like I'm kind of out of it. So hopefully I'm gonna be a little bit more mentally stable by the end of the summer, but I highly doubt it. But you always have to think positively. And if you guys see my spectacles, I had to do a little bit of saving because these bitches are broke. I like every time I try to wear them, they're always like this. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. It's probably happened like in a video or two, and it just is what it is, and I'll just have to live with it for now. I tried to like order glasses online on like Zini or whatever the fuck, or Zenai or whatever. I don't know what it's called, but you have to have like a specific prescription, and I don't have that, and so I might have to fork out the money. I don't know. I'll just call and be like, "Can I get my prescription for my glasses?" They'll be like, "Why do you need it?" I'm like, "Cause I need it. I just need it. You guys don't understand. I just need it." But anyways, that's been what's going on with me. I've just been chilling, relaxing, maxing. Just not doing a lot. I've been playing a lot of Stardew. And I recently had played like a D&D campaign with one of my friends. Not one, but like a group of friends, which was today. And it was pretty fun. I always like doing role play stuff, but it feels kind of like cringy a little bit. But I think you just have to push through the cringe. Oh my god, my eye is like so itchy. But anyways, I want to come on here, and I feel like this topic correlates to like the one I was talking about before. But I'm not really sure if. Okay, I'll be honest with you guys. Every time I record a video like this, I always like kind of forget what I talked about because it's like I just record and then I just hope I remember. But like sometimes I'll like rewatch the videos back, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, what the fuck was I talking about? And I still upload it because I'm just like, well, I did that, and I'm just like, it's whatever the fuck. I don't care if anybody understands it. Like as long as I understand it, it's all good. I don't need anybody else to be like, oh wow, okay. But like it's nice sometimes when people are like, okay, that's relatable, because it's like, okay, I'm a little bit normal in that response in that regard. But anyways, this topic correlates to the one I was talking about before about like porn addicts and something about porn addicts. I don't remember what else I talked about, but I remember talking about like people being addicted to porn and something else, but I can't remember. But anyways, or maybe it was like age gap relationships. And so this kind of goes back to that topic of like having a not even age gap relationships, but like the topic of like pedophilia. That and it's not because Drake is becoming more popular, not popular, but Drake is being called out and stuff like that. I don't give a fuck, okay? Because I don't care about that stuff, and like if I'm not educated on the topic, I'm not gonna speak on it. I don't know if Drake diddled kids. I don't know if Kendrick I don't know, got abused. I don't care. I don't know. And so I'm not gonna throw my fucking hat in the ring. But what I will say is I've been having that one phrase, a minor, stuck in my head for a couple of days, and so I'll give Kendrick that. It's doing it, and then like BBL, whatever the fuck, BBL Drake or some shit. I don't know. That's been kind of up in the ether for me as well. But I just been thinking about it more recently because I've been seeing like reels. I know. It always comes back to reels, but I've been seeing reels about the K-pop community, and how they've been like discussing, how do I say this? Like older female fans thirsting over like boy band members. And I started thinking about that because I'm like, well, a lot of the K-pop fan base is probably female based. I'm not really sure. I can't pull up the statistics and be like, oh my god, this and that, like a fucking pie chart. But from what I assume, I assume that the fan base is generally like female based with like a sprinkling of male and other whatever the fucks. But it's primarily female like centric, and so I don't want to diss on it too much. Like, I don't want to diss on the concept of K-pop too much because, like I said, a lot of like things that female like us girls like are generally demonized in the media or like looked down upon because it's a girl interest or like a woman interest. And so I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, K-pop is this, K-pop is that, because I like K-pop, and so I don't want to fucking diss on whatever the fuck. But I also am not gonna sit here and pretend that like they don't have issues, okay? And so I kind of wanted to I don't know, just get all my thoughts and then see how I feel about it, and then we'll come to a conclusion, because I just want to talk it out, because I'm not sure how I feel about the overall concept, but I'll just lay it out and then I'll talk about it and then we'll see where it goes from there. Okay. So essentially what the issue is like a lot of these newer boy bands are like younger. A lot of the members are under the age of 18, and a lot, and like, that goes for like female, not female. I keep on saying female. That sounds like so like Andrew Tate of me, but essentially a lot of girl groups are debuting like 14, 13, not 13, but like probably like 14 to like 16-year-olds. And me personally, I think that's a little bit too young. I personally want sexy mommies on the stage, but that's just me spreading MILF propaganda, okay? And I say that in the I say that in the ironic sense, okay? But like I want older women on stage. I want women in their 30s and their 40s shaking ass and like, you know, hitting the poles, okay? I want sexy concepts to come back. I want boobies, ass, tits out. I want tans to come back. I want, you know, that Y2K aesthetic to come back. I want like baddies on the stage, okay? I don't want this like cute kawaii fucking underage like damn near like preteen shit, okay? Because me personally, as someone who is 21, I don't relate to that. Like, I like New Jeans, okay? New Jeans is one of those newer bands that a lot of the members are younger. I don't think any of them are 18, I'll be honest. I think most of them are either 16 or 17. And so that's, but like, I like their music, but I don't watch a lot of their content, or I don't want to get into their content, because for me personally, I don't like the idea of, I don't want to say obsessing over younger girls, but like the concept for that, for me personally, as someone who is 21, is strange. And that's just me personally. If you are a fan of New Jeans and you whatever the fuck, I'm not gonna say you're weird, because I understand that like fascination with girl groups, and like sometimes you just like a girl group because you like a girl group, okay? I like Twice because they are mommies, okay? They are my mommies and they will always be my mommy, okay? Especially my girl Mina, wherever she is in my ether, she's somewhere on my wall. I just don't know where she is. She's over there. I moved her, so yeah, I definitely understand that like interest in girl groups and whatever the fuck, but I don't know. There's something about like the younger girl groups I just can't get into. There's also like a new girl group called Illicit or something, and I just like their song Magnetic is pretty good. I don't know if they're minors or whatever, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so the idea is that like there are a lot of like younger members debuting, and so it kind of like I don't know like what example I can give you because I'm not really in this sphere, but what I've been seeing is that a lot of like the older female fans do this really creepy thing where they wait until a certain member of a boy band is of age. And that just gives me the same vibes as like Bad Baby turning 18 and making OnlyFans and making bank off of that because creepy older men want to see her naked. And I'm not saying that as like I don't know, but like it just gives me the same vibes, and it's just weird to me that like you have to wait for someone to become legal to become attracted to them. Okay, I don't know why that's weird to me, but it just is weird. Like, why are you waiting on someone to turn of age for you to legally date them? For some reason that feels weird, but I'm not sure why it feels weird, but I know it's weird, but I can't place the reason as to why I think it's weird. I just think it's weird. Like, why are you as a grown adult waiting for a minor to turn a certain age for you to legally find them attractive or legally talk about them in like a, I don't want to say sexual, but like in like a adult manner. Like adult doesn't even mean like, oh, like I want to guzzle his whatever the fuck. Okay, that's weird. But like just in general, like, oh, I think he's so hot and this and that. Like just stuff like that. Like adult things that you wouldn't say to like your niece or your whatever, your younger cousin. Okay. Well, I'm saying things that like you wouldn't say that to your like relative or like anyone younger, but you know what I mean. Anyways, there just has to be a boundary. I don't know. There just has to be a boundary. Like a lot of the focus, I think, on like pedophilia and whatever the fuck is only. Oh my gosh, I think I might be dyslexic or something. I'm being so dead ass today. I was like writing or whatever the fuck, and I'm just like I can't spell for shit. I think I might be dyslexic, so I might have to get that checked out just in case like it like makes me like stupid in the future. I don't want that to happen, but I think it's happening. But anyways, I was going somewhere with that. Oh, yeah. I think like a lot of the focus on pedophilia is like based on men. And I think the issue with that is that I don't know. Oh my gosh. I don't know how to like phrase this because it's a really difficult topic and I probably should have written a script, but like essentially, I don't know. Okay, a lot of focus on pedophilia is on men, but like I feel like female offenders get away with it because it's females. Oh my gosh, I need to stop saying females, but I'm not sure. Women, okay? Quit saying women. Females is making you seem like such a fucking incel. Oh my gosh. But women offenders are seen as like less offensive because of, you know, their femininity, and a lot of people see women as less dangerous just as is, you know. And so a lot of the female predators get away with it because people are like, oh, she doesn't pose a threat because all she's doing is this and that. But like if a man was to do it, then it would be weird because like I think about like I don't know how I feel about the concept of like, oh, like what if the gender roles were reversed? Because I think that in some regards like it would apply, but other regards you have to like think about like the ways our society is structured around, you know, the patriarchy or whatever the fuck. Like there are contextual differences between the genders, and like if the genders were reversed in some contexts, it wouldn't make sense because it wouldn't happen because I don't know, like let's say like women don't have the same, you know, standing ground as men do. So if their genders were reversed, that wouldn't be like like a realistic thing because women don't have that privilege or whatever. Okay, and so I'm not really sure how I feel about like, oh, if the genders were reversed. I don't know how I feel about that, but like sometimes I like to apply it just to see how it can be, how can the norm be like norm, or like how the concept can be like challenged if you were to look at it differently. So if like I don't know, like a male K-pop fan was waiting for their favorite minor for their favorite minor like oh my gosh, for their favorite 17-year-old like girl band member to turn 18. I think me personally, I would find that weird. I think I would do a double take. It's not like I don't think they're doing anything weird. Maybe they're just interested in the band or whatever the fuck. But the overall concept of them like waiting on someone to turn 18 is just really predatory in a way, and I'm just not sure how it is. I just know it is, but I'm not sure why I know. And so that's my like, because I feel like in our society, especially in like American society, a lot of predator women get away with it because, well, especially if they're attractive, because you guys know that trope about like, oh, like I want to sleep with my female teacher or whatever the fuck. And I think that is such a weird concept because I don't know. It's that like that South Park episode where Ike gets with his fucking kindergarten teacher or whatever the fuck, and like Ike is obviously a kindergartner and whatever the fuck. I think about that concept all the time. It's just like she gets away with it because she's beautiful, you know, and like a lot of younger boys will fantasize about getting with their fucking teacher because that's what teenage boys will do. And you know, girls will do that. Teenage girls will do that too. When I was in high school, there were so many girls in my like grade that were interested in this like, I don't even know what it was, like a carpenter dude. Not carpenter. What is it? What like a wood shop teacher or whatever? Because he was just like semi-attractive. But for me, he wasn't cutting it. Okay, he wasn't cutting it. I was focused on the mommies. Okay, that's not real. I wasn't doing that. I was too focused on the grind to look at titties. Okay, but essentially, I think that it goes both ways. But I think that society like sees a lot more of these male predators compared to like the women predators, and so I have crumbs in my bed, and so if I'm looking like I'm scratching my fucking booty hole, it's not that. Okay, I'm trying to wipe away the fucking crumbs because it's like molesting my fucking skin. It's disgusting. Anyways, but a lot of the female offenders get away with it because they are seen as less of a threat. But if you think about it and just overall concept, they are doing the same thing that we are demonizing men for, and it's a justified demonizing, dare I say. But at the same time, we are letting them get away with it because we perceive them as inferior, and that's, you know, a whole nother bag of worms or whatever the fuck, can of worms. And I just don't know, because the concept of cougars even kind of put me out. Like I joke about MILFs all the time, but honestly, I don't think I can ever get with a mommy. Just because it makes me question a lot of things about myself and about them. Because why are you as a mom interested in someone that's like your kid's age? Because that kind of weirds me out a little bit. It weirds me out that like someone like in their 50s, in their 60s would look at someone my age and deem them as attractive when their kid is probably the same age as me. Because me personally, if I hypothetically were to have a kid and I were to look at my kid's friends and find them attractive, I think I would have to send myself to like a mental asylum. I think I would have to put myself on suicide watch because there's something deeply wrong with me if I'm looking at my kids' friends and finding them attractive and wanting to sleep with them. And so I apply that same concept with the concept of like MILFs and stuff like that, and cougars, like older women that are interested in younger men or like younger people just in general. It just, I think about it, I'm like, well, it's probably a good thing for the younger person, but then when they grow up, I mean, I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not sure what the dynamic is like, but generally, I feel like it's a very predatory relationship, and it probably has the same outcome as like older men with like, you know, younger people. Like it's the same outcome regardless. Like someone is being not taken advantage of, but like maybe, but not like in like the, oh my god, I'm gonna like, you know, you, but like it's more so of like I'm taking advantage of kind of your like more underdeveloped state. I'm taking advantage of you not understanding that this is probably not what you need in this moment. I'm probably using you to some degree. I'm not really benefiting you. Not benefiting you, but like I'm not, this is not for your interest because I'm doing this mainly for my own pleasure. And when I think about that, I'm just kind of like, kind of grosses me out. Like I said, I joke about like wanting a MILF, but I'm not really sure if I would date anyone over the age, like over like, because my age range is like anyone my age, not even my age. It has to be at least like a year or two older than me, but otherwise, I mean, like, okay, at least someone in their 20s. Okay, someone in their 20s, I'm fine with that. Like, even like a 29-year-old, that's a cusp. Okay, that's a cusp. I think, but it depends. It's situational. But honestly, if I like the thought of like getting with someone that's like older, it just makes me question a lot about them as a person. Like, why are you coming to me as someone who is younger than you? Like, you have such a big age range. There's so many other people in this world, and you are deciding to go out with a 21-year-old as someone who is 50, 60. I'm not saying that those people don't deserve love. They obviously deserve to, you know, find a partner, whatever the fuck. But I think that they should find someone that's more suitable to them, because what are we going to talk about? What am I as a 21-year-old going to talk to a 50-year-old about? We can talk, like I said last time, we can talk about the depression, we talk about my depression, we talk about whatever you experienced back in the 80s, 90s. And so we can talk about taxes, but I don't know anything about taxes because I don't even do taxes. Okay, no. Well, I will do taxes because I recently got a job, but like before I have not done taxes. Okay, and so I always think about like those relationships, like what do we have in common that is suitable for like that is suitable for a relationship, because there has to be something that's connecting us, and if it's just my wiener and your pee-pee, then that's not good. Okay, that's not good. We have to have like something other than wiener, pee-pee, boobs, tits, ass, butthole. Okay, we gotta have something different, because if that's all there is to a relationship, which I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I'm not sure if it's a good thing either. Okay, I'm gonna sit on the fence on that concept. Okay, I'm not really sure if like, you know, having fuck, but if it's all consensual, god fuck. Okay, you guys do whatever the fuck you gotta do. Okay, if there's 5, 6 people in there, I don't give a rat's butt. Okay, but just in general, okay, like just relationship wise, if you are an older woman dating someone who is younger, what the fuck are y'all talking about? And like, what does that do for the older women? Because I feel like if I were to, this is all hypothetical, if I was to be a 50-year-old, okay, and I suddenly have heart eyes for a 20-year-old, I think I would just start treating them like my fucking kid, and I don't want that. If I'm gonna date someone, I want them to be at least my level of maturity, my level of whatever the fuckness. And so if I'm gonna date someone younger, and obviously if they're still in their 20s, they're probably still in college, they're probably still developing, they're still probably trying to figure out like the difference between their left and right testicle. They're probably trying to figure out like what their like meat flaps mean. And so I don't know what I would relate to them about. Like, I don't know what we would talk about. Like, we could talk about, like, you know, like, Martha Stewart. But I'm not really sure what else we can talk about. I'll be so honest. I don't know what else we would have in common, like, generationally, because we are so different as people within a generation. And so it's very concerning to me. And so there has to be some other elements to an age gap relationship other than, you know, wee and pee. Okay, and so I'm thinking it's either monetary means, like, you know, oh, it's like a sugar mama, whatever the deal, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm not gonna sit here and pass judgment on people making bank. If someone is willing to give out their money to someone, I don't know, like that's all on them. I don't give a rat's ass. But like, I feel like there has to be something else. There has to be something else because I feel within my soul that there can't just be that much vapidness in a relationship. I feel like there has to be more to just sex, money. There has to be something more, but maybe there isn't. Maybe I'm just thinking too much into it. But yeah, just the idea of, like, you know, female predators and stuff like that. It's been kind of like I've been thinking about it because it's just like it's a strange concept to me. It's a really, really strange concept to me. And I mean, I'm as feminist as it comes, but at the same time, it's like, if you want equality, you gotta be treated like equally. And so, if you're gonna, you know, munch on little kids, I'm gonna treat you the same way I would treat a male pedophile, and I would deem you to jail, electric chair maybe, lethal injection maybe even firing squad. I'm not really sure. I'm not really the judge of that. If I was, firing squad. um but yeah, like I said, if you want equality, if you are a feminist and you are a pedophile, okay, I don't know where I was going with that. I don't know. Oh my god, this video is going to literally get me canceled. I don't even know. This is going to be like worse received than the one that I was talking about, where like the moms wanting to fuck their kids. Oh my gosh, like I suck at like getting my point out, but I hope you guys understand. If you guys don't, I don't know. I just wanted to get my thoughts out just to see how I feel about it. And I do feel very icky about it. I do feel very, very icky about it. Just the thought of like a mom, because like I feel that a lot of teenage boys have this fantasy of like, oh dude, your mom's so hot, I would totally hit that. But like, wouldn't it be so scary as a teenage boy to have like a middle-aged mom or like a middle-aged woman hit on you? Wouldn't that be so scary, just to have someone like so much older than you like look at you in a way that like your peers, not peer, but like someone your age should be looking at? Doesn't it feel scary? Because I mean, I feel scared when older men look at me. But I mean, I don't know what that's all about, but I do feel scared when someone like older than me looks at me in like a more than just friendly way, or like more than just, you know, a normal way. Like, you can tell when someone looks at you in that way too. Like, we're not stupid. And so I mean, I definitely feel scared when people look at me that way. But I don't know, teenage boys, they're built different in many ways. And so I've never experienced teenage boyhood, and so I can't speak on it. And so but that also goes back to the concept of, you know, like male victims not being believed and stuff like that. Because like a lot of guys will be preyed on as kids, but like it's so normalized in our society. Be like, oh no, bro, you just got lucky. You just got lucky. Like you were able to hook up with a 25-year-old as a 17-year-old, bro. Like, you are so fucking lucky. Like, you are the GOAT, bro. And it's like, Like I said, I'm not the judge, I'm not the jury, I'm not even God, bro. So I can't even tell you what is right, what is wrong. But me personally, what I believe, I think that's weird. I think that's weird. I think that's funky. I think there's something stinks about it. And like a famous quote said, something about scratching your fucking gooch and don't worry about what other people are thinking because you got other fish to fry. Something about that. I don't remember what the quote is, but it's very eloquent, and obviously I'm not that. And like, I think about it too, like a lot of girls will brag about, not girls, I'm not sure, a lot of girls maybe, I'm not sure how to phrase this, but a lot of girls will brag about like having like older male attention. And I think that probably stems from trauma of some sorts, because you definitely don't have that desire if you grow up normal. I'm not sure I don't know what the psychology behind like wanting older men attention when you're a minor, but there's probably something wrong with you psychologically. And I mean that in like the most clinical and like straightforward way. I don't mean that as like, oh my god, you were beat as a kid and now you want someone's older cocking you. Like, no, I'm not saying that in like an accusatory way. I'm just saying that as flat out. Like, there's probably something going on in your life that has caused you to want validation from something that is probably not beneficial for you. Okay, and so I think that goes both ways with, like, you know, girls and boys. And so if you are a younger male watching this video, I'm not sure why you are. If you have not clicked off, like, just go play Valorant. Okay, go play Valorant, go play Fortnite. You don't need to be watching this video, but if you are, stay safe, bro. Like, stay safe. I want you guys to experience boyhood and whatever the fuck. And I think that a lot of boys in this generation are not treated with enough kindness, because a lot of what they receive is like, oh, you know, men, this and that, and like, it's probably justified, but at the same time, I think there should be some compassion. I don't know what the word is. I don't want to say compassion, but that's the only thing that's coming to my mind. But I think there should be at least like something out there, like, you know, like boys should be allowed to be not allowed to be boys, because, you know, when they are allowed to be boys, they're kind of freaky. Not freaky, but like not like freaky like it's like freaky like they like murder dogs. Okay, and so when I say boys will be boys, I mean boys will be boys as in, like, you know, like golden retriever energy, like doing backflips for no reason, or like fucking moaning in the back of a classroom, like the really basic boring stuff that's just like just gives off like golden retriever energy. But when I say, that's what I mean by like boys will be boys, but like I don't mean like, oh, boys will like rape girls because that's what boys do. Okay, I don't mean it by that, because that's weird, and I don't stand by that. And so I think that boys should be allowed to experience, you know, whatever the fuck in their own time. And at the same time, I think they should be also, you know, taken care of, as well as, you know, like younger girls are as well. I don't know how to phrase that. It's really difficult for me to phrase that, but it is. Yeah. So if you're a boy, stay safe. Stay safe. It's a weird world out there, and I just want y'all to be safe and not get yourself fucked up in the future, because I feel like a lot of older men now, I've seen a lot of testimony from older men talking about how they were essentially preyed on by older women. At the time they thought it was cool because they got to, you know, hook up with an older woman, but then once it got older, they realized that really traumatized them and really kind of stunted them in a way that they're not able to kind of revert back to. And so I just want you guys to, I mean, I can't speak from experience. There's probably a lot of resources out there for you guys to watch, but I think that if you want to like have intercourse, just do it within the laws of wherever the fuck you're living. Okay, like if your laws allow you to fuck a donkey, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. If there is pen to paper says that you are allowed to fuck a donkey, who am I to say? Who am I to say? Okay, but like, I just want you guys to stay safe out there and not be fucked up, because I feel like our generation is definitely very stinky. We are a very, very stinky generation, and I just want us to stop stinking. Okay, I'm gonna put some deodorant on and protect you guys from being stinky. And so yeah, just watch out for, you know, older women being like, I have a thing for younger guys. I love a younger guy because they understand me better. Or like stuff like, I don't even know like what female predators even say to like their younger. I know what like older men would say to like younger girls, because, but I don't know what like, I don't know, like what would they say? What would a female predator say to like a younger boy? Oh, I've never met someone as mature as you. Like, everyone my age is so immature, but you're really mature for your age. That goes both ways, though, you know, because guys will say that to girls, but I don't know. I don't know. If I was a groomer, I couldn't be, because I wouldn't know how to go about it. And so, I mean, there's probably a groomer fucking playbook somewhere on the fucking dark web, and I'm not going to go looking for it, because that's not my prerogative. I'd rather just stay in my room and play fucking Stardew Valley. I feel like something in my ear is like thumping. Anyways, I think like I should log off, because I took a Benadryl because I'm really itchy right now, and I think it's because I like was like playing with a cat today, and I think I might be allergic. So that's a new discovery that I'm not a big fan of. Yeah, and so I'm really itchy, and the Benadryl is definitely kicking in. So I'm about to like, fucking hit the hay, because I'm tired of shit. And so yeah, I don't know if I'm ever gonna upload this video, because it's it's not really well worded, and it's a really sensitive topic too. So I'm not really sure if this is ever gonna go. But if it goes up, it goes up. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know. And if it's not well received, I don't know why, because I don't think I even remember what I said throughout this entire video. So, yeah, that's all I gotta say on that. I will come back to you guys with more coherent thoughts, hopefully, maybe soon. I'm not sure. Anyways, all right, kisses.